Hello guys, in this lecture we'll be having an introduction regarding transport layer. Yes, our chapter name is data link layer, but inside that I am going to introduce all the layers one by one, isn't it? So no need to worry at all, isn't it? Because initially I have discussed we can say that IP addressing, flow control policies, error control policies, access control policies, isn't it? Various things, isn't it? So whatever you will be learning in the chapter data link layer, that will include the topics of data link layer as well as some other topics also, isn't it? In data link layer itself, let's say in data link layer itself I am going to introduce all the layers. Introduce means what are the responsibilities of these layers, nothing else, isn't it? Initially I discussed IP addressing at very first. That is a part of network layer, isn't it? Okay, so that is a sequence, isn't it? Otherwise if we directly teach you data link layer, then transport layer, isn't it, or network layer, isn't it? So some topics are interlinked or connected, isn't it? So you will be facing the problem otherwise, isn't it? That's why, yes, I already told you in this data link layer chapter, isn't it, we have covered all the, we can say that, topics of data link layer other than some topics also, isn't it? So no need to worry at all. In the gate only we can say that yes, questions will be there, isn't it, from entire computer network. They won't ask you that which topic is from which layer or not, isn't it? Also I am going to explain each and every layer very clearly, isn't it? Okay, so no need to worry. Okay, so we can say that transport layer introduction. So first responsibility of transport layer is what? End-to-end delivery, end-to-end connectivity, or we can say that end-to-end delivery. What does it means? Let's say one host is there, isn't it? Let's say second host is there, and let's say inside this host various processes are there, isn't it? Let's say these are the processes. So this process to process, this is end-to-end connectivity that is taken care by transport layer. Now next one, host to host connectivity. Yes, this is taken care by network layer, isn't it? And we can say that yes, from here we can say that one process to, let's say, one router, one hop, yes, one router to another router, second hop, isn't it, to third router, that is third hop, then to the fourth hop, isn't it, to the sixth hop. Yes, this delivery hop to hop, isn't it? So one to one, step by step, that is taken care by the data link layer, isn't it? So that's why I'm going to explain all these things here only, because these are interrelated, isn't it? Okay. Second one, yes, flow control, isn't it? Flow control is also required at transport layer. Yes, that is required at data link layer also. But I told you, yes, go backend is used as data link layer, and at we can say that transport layer, selective repeat is used. Selective repeat flow control is used, isn't it? So at data link layer, flow control means hop to hop flow control, isn't it? One hop to hop, isn't it? But in transport layer means one end to end entire flow control that is taken care by the transport layer, isn't it? So I hope all these things are interrelated. That's why I'm explaining each and everything here, isn't it? After that, this introduction, yes, now in this video I'm going to introduce transport, then in the next I will introduce network layer, isn't it? Then I will introduce application layer and so on, isn't it? After these, yes, separately you will, we can say that learn or read the transport layer. After that you will see specifically or individually you will learn network layer, isn't it, and so on. Okay, so flow control is required at transport layer also. Third responsibility is error control. Error control. So you seen a data link layer is also error control policies are required, where we can see CRC is used, but here yes we can say that checksum is used, isn't it? Checksum is used. Yes, transport layer means end-to-end error control is required, and here the checksum error control method is used, isn't it? Next one, fourth responsibility of transport layer is that is segmentation. Segmentation, isn't it? You will see segmentation in the transport layer, isn't it? But I'm going to introduce little bit. Let's say this is application layer, then presentation layer, then session layer, then transport layer, then network layer, then data link layer, then physical layer, isn't it? So we can say that these three layers, I already told you, these are for user interactiveness, or we can say that these are user oriented, isn't it? Last three layers are, we can say that network oriented, isn't it? And we can say that transport layer behave as a mediator, isn't it, between these two, user oriented and network oriented. Transport layer behaves as a mediator, isn't it? So we can say that yes, from these three layers, application layer, isn't it, data of any size, data of any size is received by the transport layer, and transport layer will segment these data, isn't it, or will divide into segments these data, and will yes transmit to the lower layers, that is network layer, that is segmentation, isn't it? Next one is multiplexing and demultiplexing. That is the next responsibility of transport layer, multiplexing and demultiplexing, isn't it? Multiplexing and demultiplexing, what does it mean? Yes, we can say that yes, from application layer or upper three layers, let's say yes, different application data will be received by the network layer, isn't it? Okay, so network layer will receive yes these data from different applications, isn't it, and will transmit to the common channel, isn't it, will transmit to a common channel, isn't it? At the other end, whatever be the data, isn't it, that will be transmitted to the different applications by the transport layer, isn't it? So this concept is known as multiplexing and demultiplex, isn't it? And final next responsibility is the congestion control. Congestion control, isn't it? That will you will see in the transport layer topic, isn't it? So where you will see what is the congestion control, what are the different congestion control policies are there, isn't it? So while you learn, we can say that transport layer, or in the chapter transport layer, you will see congestion control policies in detail, and that is very important for Gatepoint, isn't it? So that was the little introduction about transport layer. I hope some ideas are generated with these introduction, isn't it? Oh, okay, guys. So thank you so much.